What's happening, everybody? So today we're gonna have a little bit of fun. I decided I'm gonna start doing these tournaments. I'm gonna call them battles. And when we do battle, this is gonna be my battle attire because nobody battles quite like the United States of America. And I'm proud to be an American, and I love American music. So first battle we're gonna do is we're gonna call it Battle of Booze, Blunts, and Blow. It's the best songs out there about drugs or alcohol. It's just a randomized bracket. Just put the songs in there. It put them wherever it wanted to, and I just put them on the board. So we've got the best songs, and we're going to count them down. This is really the only one way to figure out a true champion is to have a tournament. So we're going to start over here. We've got Young, Wild, and Free by Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg. Red, Red Wine by UB40. Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett, of course. Cocaine, Eric Clapton, Because I Got High, the famous Afro Man. Dr. Feelgood, of course. Motley Crue, Comfortably Numb, some Pink Floyd. Straight Tequila Night, John Anderson. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, some Beatles. Family Tradition, some Hank. Gin and Juice, Snoop, Morgan Wallen with some whiskey glasses, Last Dance with Mary Jane, Tom Petty, Kickstart My Heart, another Motley Crue song off the same album, off of Dr. Feelgood. Have a Drink on Me, AC/DC, and Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers. So we're going to start over here, Young, Wild, and Free, and Red, Red Wine. Young, Wild, and Free, I just find it kind of a freeing anthem. So what, we get drunk, so what, we smoke weed. We're just living young, wild, and free. I've seen this song performed live by Wiz and Snoop. So for that, it gets bonus points. And it's just an awesome song. I mean, really, it's just about partying. So you get a lot of points. Going against Red, Red Wine, though. Red, Red Wine. I feel like the only reason it's on here is because we're going to use the extended version. If this was the original version, that is boring. It's just like Red, Red Wine. You're sitting around eating a steak, drinking some fucking Red, Red Wine. Whatever. But when you get the extended version, and they say, Monkey Pucky Rizla on the sweet depth line, the line broke, the monkey got choked. Every single one of you out there sang that part. You didn't know what you were singing, but you sang that part every time. If you tell me you didn't, I think you're telling me a lie. So anyway, great song when it's the extended version. Regular version is boring. For that reason, Young, Wild, and Free is moving on. We're just going to use some initials on that one. Margaritaville and Cocaine. There's a whole subculture of people living out in palm trees and shit that was derived from Jimmy Buffett in this song. They're called parrot heads. That gets you pretty high up in my books if you have a whole species underneath you. Cocaine by Eric Clapton. Does it get more straightforward than a song called Cocaine? I don't think so. However, what do you want to go see in concert? Do you want to go to Margaritaville or do you want to go to Cocaine? There's only one answer. It's what everybody's craving at this time is Margaritaville. This attire also makes me realize how fat I am, but I don't really care. Maybe it'll inspire me to lose some weight. So anyway, Because I Got High, Afro Man. I feel like this is a young person's anthem. I was going to go to school, but then I got high. Just everything about it, because I got high. If you got high while you were younger, you probably can relate to what he was saying. I, of course, was a good child, didn't do that. So I don't really know the meaning of that song. But good anthem. Dr. Feelgood. I don't know if it gets more iconic than that. Dr. Feelgood and the Dr. Feelgood album, to me, is what, when I think about hair metal, that is probably the album that I think about. And maybe the song. Just the way it starts, everybody knows it as soon as it starts. Well, if you're at least close to my age, you know it as soon as it starts. So that's a good battle. But because Dr. Feelgood, because Dr. Feelgood has lived on for 35, 40 years, it's got to move on. Nothing. You don't get to feel good without going to see the doctor first. Comfortably Numb, Straight Tequila Night, Comfortably Numb. That song, was it On the Wall or was it Dark Side of the Moon? Either way, it makes you just think straight drugs. I don't know what it is when the whole, just a little pinprick, and then he goes, I can feel a little stick. That's just one of my favorite parts of about any song. So that's going to be tough to beat. Straight Tequila Night, I mean, that's a tractor driving song. And tractors driving 90s country when you didn't have any XM, you didn't have anything to listen to but country. That was a great song. And it seems like there's a lot of tequila songs, and that seems to be the alcohol most songs are about, is tequila. But, sorry, Comfortably Numb has you beat. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, probably the most well-known drug-related song, I would say. Just 1967. Actually, John Lennon said that it wasn't about drugs. I think later Paul McCartney came out and said, well, really, of course it's about drugs. So we know what it's about. Family tradition. Again, if you've been at any bar in America ever, and this song comes on, what do? You sing, Hank, why do you drink? To get drunk. Why do you roll smoke? Everybody knows it, and everybody sings it. Because of that, it has to move on. I mean, that's going to be tough to beat. And then I look at the next line and see gin and juice and whiskey glasses. I don't know, was Whiskey Glasses Morgan Wallen's first song? I'm not 100% positive. But I know we even listened to it on a boat. We were in Key West, and I remember hearing Whiskey Glasses, and everybody's hammered listening to Whiskey Glasses, although they're not going to line them up. But everybody, that was a good song, and I think it's probably got billions of downloads. I don't know. Gin and Juice, Snoop Dogg. I mean, it's a song about alcohol, drugs, and sex. I mean, do I need to go any further? No. Gin and Juice moves on. All right, Last Dance with Mary Jane. Some Tom Petty. Another one of those songs everybody sings along to when it comes on. Everybody cheers when you hear a cover band start to play Last Dance with Mary Jane. It's lived on. I don't know when that song came out. I need to look. I'm guessing early 80s, maybe 70s. And it's still going strong. And it's still loved by lots of people. Kickstart My Heart. Again, a Motley Crue song. As soon as it comes on with that, you feel it. If you're in your vehicle, you turn that shit up, don't you? You listen to it as loud as you can, because that's the only way to truly feel Kickstart My Heart. I love Kickstart My Heart. But, again, I feel like I need to be somewhere where I can crank that song up to 10 to really enjoy it. Part of that's because I can barely hear, but part of that is because it needs to be at 10 to really enjoy that first part. Even though that whole part about when we started this band, that is an iconic part of any song. But sorry, Last Dance with Mary Jane. It's just a timeless song. Let me pull out the old marker. Try not to bend over in front of the camera anymore. Let me know. You think I'm getting this right? Really doesn't matter because I'm doing it, so of course it's right. But let me know your thoughts. So next battle, maybe I'll think about something differently. Have a Drink on Me and Under the Bridge. If you grew up, period, if you grew up and you ever went to a party, when they played Have a Drink on Me, guess what happened? You played the Have a Drink on Me song or game where you took a drink every time they said that. And then everybody made sure you took a drink. They're like, hey, you got to take a drink. That is they have a drinking game to Have a Drink on Me. Under the Bridge. I love Red Hot Chili Peppers. I love Anthony Kiedis. I think they're fun. Love Chad Smith, Flea. I love them all. But when you have a whole game about a song, that has to move on. Has to. Oh, right here. Can't lose it because it's in my... We're down to the Elite Eight, folks. Seriously, I didn't even think about this before I did this, so I don't know who's going to win. I know I need help from Keystone Light to get through this, but Young, Wild, and Free and Margaritaville. Again, Margaritaville has this whole culture around it. Jimmy Buffett fans. There's lots of other songs he sang that people love, of course, but I feel like when you say name a Jimmy Buffett song to any random music fan out there, Margaritaville is the song they think of. I probably think of Come Monday, but most people think of Margaritaville. Young, Wild, and Free. It's just got this beat to it and feel to it that makes you feel young, wild, and free when you listen to it. I'm old, but when I listen to Young, Wild, and Free, I don't really ever feel young, but it makes me feel good. Margaritaville makes me feel good, but it does not make me feel young. For that reason, Young, Wild, and Free gets the nod. I keep losing this, but it's right in my pocket. Man, we are cruising right along. I just want you to know that after these battles, we will not be singing One Shining Moment. We may have to include One Shining Moment in some battle, but we're not going to be singing it. All right. Dr. Feelgood and Comfortably Numb. Dr. Feelgood. When I was in high school and I was playing football, when this shit was played, when you turned Dr. Feelgood on in the locker room, I turned into a fucking raging bull. I was 5'2", maybe 95 pounds, and it turned me into a psycho. The other team, very lucky that the coach decided not to put me in ever, all season. Comfortably Numb. Again, the song, it just kind of makes me think about, I don't know if it's being high, if it's about being in a trance. I'm not 100% sure, but it makes me think of drugs. Got one of the best guitar solos out there. When you turn it on, when that solo comes on, you turn it up, you sit there, grab the Guitar Hero guitar, and you play along with it. You push yellow, blue, but you play along with it when that guitar solo comes on. However, the way Dr. Feelgood transformed lives in Southwest Kansas football locker rooms, that song moves on. Sorry about my ass in the camera, but I've got it right. All right. Family tradition. Gin and juice. This is tough. That's a tough battle. Again, every bar in America probably plays this song. And every time this song comes on at any bar in America, the entire crowd stops and they sing. It's kind of like Sweet Caroline, any of those songs. Take Me Home, Country Roads. When Family Tradition comes on, that's the entire bar stops the conversation and we start singing. Gin and juice. Also, from the get-go, it sounds like somebody's pouring some bubbly. I didn't know gin and juice was a thing until this song came out. This was kind of a song that helped turn me into a gangsta. I love the song. I also have karaoke'd the song in Belize, and I fucking killed it. So for that reason, gin and juice moves on. That was a tough battle right there. Oh shit, marked out the wrong one. Whew, made me tired. Last Dance with Mary Jane. Have a Drink on Me. Again, Tom Petty. This song's been going on. Both songs, actually. Have a Drink on Me. I don't know what year it came out. I need to look it up, but I'm not sure what year it came out. It's old too, but it keeps going. Do you know how many times it says drink in that song? I looked this up. I thought it was probably going to say like 32 because it seemed like the entire song I was drinking. 12 times it says have a drink on me. Could easily do that now. We should try it. Everybody try have a drink on me. If you drink, if you don't drink, then don't try it. But if you drink, have a drink on me, try it, and see if you can do it now that you're older and more experienced. Last Dance with Mary Jane. Everybody sings along to it. Everybody wants to hear a cover band play it. So, it's moving on. If you like this style of tournament, unedited, unfiltered, just raw, me talking, I don't know why you'd like that, but anyway, like, subscribe, give me some ideas for some other battles. I've got some good ones coming up. I wish I could learn how to edit, but I'm old and the chances of me learning that are very slim. This seems to be a lot easier for me, so we're going to keep doing this. Got Final Four set. Young, Wild, and Free against Dr. Feelgood. Last Dance with Mary Jane. And Gin and Juice. First song, Young, Wild, and Free. Again, as soon as Snoop Dogg comes on, he's like, I'm 17 again, peach fuzz on my face. It makes me feel like I have peach fuzz on my face. He says, rolling a joint big as King Kong's finger. If you were to roll joints, would you not want a big ass joint as big as King Kong's fingers? I think yes. Dr. Feelgood. Again, you did not want to mess with Jetmore High School after they listened to Dr. Feelgood. It wasn't just me that was raging. It was the entire team. And some guys were bigger than me. Maybe not now, but at that time, they damn sure were bigger than me. So that's just an anthem. I remember getting into somebody's vehicle. They had 10-inch subs in there, and it was like, it was booming. My heart still pounds, still remembers that. But Young, Wild, and Free, the way it makes you feel, it's got to be the one that moves on. Mary Jane's Last Dance, Gin and Juice. I don't really know that this is a competition. I know people my age and older probably are going to go for Last Dance with Mary Jane. But Gin and Juice is literally a song about weed and beer. Well, no, weed and gin and juice and sex. I mean, that is, if you're going to talk about a battle of booze, blunts, and blow, where do you go from gin and juice? So for that, Snoop congratulations to Snoop Dogg. I don't know if he's ever been awarded anything like this, but he has 2 songs in the finals of the Battle of Booze, Blunts, and Blow. And what's more American right now than Snoop Dogg? He was just at the Olympics representing America. Now he has 2 songs in the very first tournament on Beer Goggles Music. So congratulations to you, Snoop Dogg. There really is no loser here. But because he sings in both, and Wiz Khalifa, can't even remember where I'm at now, here. Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg, both in Young, Wild, and Free. Like I say, I've seen that song live. I've seen Gin and Juice live. Both are amazing. But there's something about Young, Wild, and Free that just makes you want to live young, wild, and free. And fat. So, anyway, we have a champion of the very first tournament. Congratulations, Young, Wild, and Free. You are the champion. Please like and subscribe. We'll do another one here in a couple days. Be the same outfit until I get something new. Or maybe you can watch my transformation as I fit into these tight overalls. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thunder up. Peace.